Hi there! In this video, you will learn how to use Tilda's Email Campaign Builder, a free, easy-to-use built-in tool that helps create effective email marketing campaigns right in your Tilda account. This process is almost identical to what you'd usually do when building websites on Tilda. You create emails by using pre-designed blocks. The Email Campaign Builder's interface looks like the Tilda editor for websites. It also features the block library, but the blocks here are different from ones that you use for building websites. They were designed specifically for email newsletters and are both functional and beautiful. So once you're happy with the design and content and your email is ready to go, there are two ways to launch a campaign. First one is to connect to an integrated email delivery service like MailChimp or SendGrid and send emails directly from your Tilda account. Another way allows you to send Tilda-made newsletters using any email service, as you can copy the HTML code for your email and insert it into the third-party service. After that, all that's left to do is send it. Now let's figure out how to create an email on Tilda. Go to the dashboard and click the Start Email Campaign button, then enter a title so you won't confuse it with other emails, and click Create. Note that the email campaign projects are highlighted in green within the dashboard, which makes them easily distinguishable from your regular projects. After a new project is created, click the Create New Email button, and you'll see a variety of available templates intended for different purposes. Note that all the templates are fully customizable, meaning you can modify them by deleting existing blocks and adding new ones, or build your own unique layout entirely from scratch. Suppose I'm planning to launch a seasonal sale at my clothing store and need to inform my customers about it. Let me pick a suitable template. Note that while the email campaign editor shares the main functionality with the website editor, certain settings may vary. The block library is completely different. There are 4 categories here. The Mail Basic category contains blocks for creating the email body. In the Mail Header category, you'll find blocks for branding or personalizing your email, like your company's name and logo. The Mail Tiles category is particularly useful for designing newsletter-style emails, as it contains blocks that allow list things and make them a selection of any sort. And finally, using blocks from the Mail Footer category, you can share any contact details as well as provide email recipients with the opportunity to unsubscribe from any future emails. Now, let's personalize the template. As you may notice, the design is by default corresponds to what emails usually look like. This area here that consists of all the content within the blocks is called a container. Note that its default width is 600 pixels. You can modify these blocks just like you would when adjusting the regular website blocks. Edit text, add links, upload new images, etc. Let me add a new cover image. I click the Content tab, then Upload File. Note that you can drag and drop your image or add it manually. Wait a few moments for the new image to get uploaded. Here it is. Then I change the URL so the cover is clickable and click Save and Close. If you want to customize the appearance of the block, click the Settings tab. Here you can, for example, add paddings for the image in the container. To do that, select 30 pixels for the container paddings value. You can see that now the image appears to be in better alignment with the rest of the content here. The next setting allows you to change the container's background color or get rid of it altogether. Let me choose white for the background color and save the changes. Now let's edit the text. I click on the title block and change the text here. As I've previously mentioned, you can change all the text styles the usual way. Make it bold, emphasize it in italic, underline and cross out some parts, etc. Please note that for now, the pre-selected fonts for the templates are limited to Helvetica or Arial and cannot be altered. This prevents any text formatting issues when transferring your email to third-party email delivery services. The alternative way to edit blocks that contain text is by clicking the Content tab. I delete the pre-made text and enter a custom one. After that, I click Save and Close. If you click on the Settings tab, you can modify everything related to the appearance of the text and its typography. Change the alignment, text color, its size, font weight, etc. Let me quickly undo the changes. Next, I have a block featuring the call to action button that is arguably the most essential element of any marketing email template. Let's modify it as well. I click the Content tab, edit the button title, then specify a link for it, and save the changes. You can modify the appearance of the CTA button by accessing the Settings tab. Here I can, for example, specify an alternative background color for the button. Adjust its border radius to create more rounded corners, and make it bigger by selecting the X large value for the button size setting. As you can see, now the CTA button corresponds better with the cover image and draws more attention because it's one of the largest elements here. The last block in this template is the footer. Suppose I'm not quite satisfied with how it looks now. I delete this block. Click on the plus sign, click on the Mail Footer category, and select the block I like the most. In the Settings tab, I can modify the color for the container so it's more contrasting. And in the Content tab, I can specify the links for social media so people can follow me right away. Let's say I don't need Facebook and Twitter, so I delete the pre-typed numbers here. And instead, let me enter links for my Instagram and YouTube channel, and save the changes. Now I have clickable links for my socials in the footer. Note that in order to ensure your email deliverability, it has to include an unsubscribe link, typically placed in the footer section, because it's a mandatory requirement for many spam laws around the world. Last but not least, in the page settings, you can change the background color for the whole template, or upload a custom background image. That's about it on creating an email using the Email Builder editor. Now, let's try and send it out. Once you're done customizing your template or building a custom one from scratch, publish it by clicking the Publish button. And here you'll have 3 tabs: Send, Email HTML code, and Email URL. Let's start with the last one. Note that all the emails that you create in the Email Builder editor function like regular web pages. It means that you can customize its URL so it's more readable. You can do it here in the page settings under Page URL. Don't forget to save the changes. This link proves useful for various purposes. For example, you can share it with your colleagues so they can check how the overall result has turned out. In addition, by specifying the appropriate domain name, the web page can be integrated into your primary website and transferred to a designated section like a blog. This, by the way, can be one of the ways to repurpose your content. If you plan to do that, don't forget to also optimize your emails for SEO to ensure the high ranking in search results. And finally, if you click on the link, you'll see your email right in your browser and will be able to closely inspect what every design detail looks like. Moving on to the next tab. In the Email HTML Code tab, you can copy the HTML code for your email. You can do it manually or by simply clicking the Copy Code button. This code can be inserted into the message body of any third-party email delivery service of your choice. Let me test it out. I'll be using Brevo for that, but again, you can use any email delivery service that you like best. Once I've successfully logged into my Brevo account, I find where email campaigns are composed and click the Create an Email Campaign button. Here I enter the campaign name and click Create Campaign. After I added the recipients and specified the subject for the campaign, I click the Start Designing button. Here I find the Code Your Own tab and click Use HTML Editor. This step is fairly similar for the most email delivery services out there. Just paste the HTML code copied from your Tilda project into the corresponding field. Here's the code I copied. After that, I click Continue and get redirected to the campaign settings. As you can see, my template that I just created using Tilda's email campaign builder displays correctly. I click the Preview and Test button just to make sure everything looks fine. Now all that's left is either to schedule the campaign or launch it immediately. And that's how you send email templates built on Tilda using HTML code. Let's get back to Tilda's account to test the last method. In the Send tab, you can send a test email to the address you specify here and check what it looks like in your inbox. To do that, just click the Send Test Email button. Don't forget to check your mailbox. Here, you can also launch your campaign right away by connecting a third-party email delivery service. Upon successful integration, you'll be able to send emails right from your Tilda account in just a few clicks. Let's try it out too. I click the Send Campaign button and get redirected to the site settings, where I can choose from one of the 3 email delivery services available, such as SendGrid, MailChimp, and Unisender. Note that you need to sign up for those platforms first and create an API key in order to connect any of them to Tilda. Now let me show you the connection process in detail using SendGrid. After I've successfully logged into my SendGrid account, I find Settings on the left sidebar and click on the API Keys tab. Then I click on the Create API Key button. Here I type in the title so I won't confuse this integration with other ones, and click Create and View. The API key is then generated. Note that you won't be able to view it again once you close this window, so make sure to copy and save it elsewhere so it doesn't get lost. If you do lose it, no worries, just create another one. Let me copy my API key and go back to Tilda. I enter the API key in my Tilda account and click the Add button. The integration process usually takes just a few moments. As you can see, SendGrid has been successfully connected. Now all that's left is to set up my email marketing campaign and send it. Here I can choose what previously created campaign this email belongs to, or create a new one. Enter its subject. Select one or several mailing lists. Note that you add new email addresses and combine them into mailing lists in your SendGrid account and not on Tilda. Specify the sender. Select an unsubscribe group. This setting ensures that all the recipients that have previously opted out from the newsletter will not receive any further emails from you. Thus, don't get annoyed and mark it as spam, damaging your deliverability. And specify the campaign name, just so you won't confuse them with other ones. After that, I click Next. Your campaign is ready to be launched. You can send a test email to review the layout and content before scheduling the campaign. Below, you have the option to schedule the campaign for a specific date and time. Note that you can edit the timing manually if needed. Alternatively, you can launch the campaign right away by selecting the Send button. The system will ask you to confirm the action. The emails are being sent now. Also, you can create a separate web page that automatically collects and displays all your previous sendouts, as well as includes a subscription form for visitors to sign up for future correspondence. It can look something like this. Such a digest can be included, for instance, in the blog section so that you automate the content publishing process. To create such a page, go to the Campaign settings and then click the Create Homepage button under the Homepage tab. Let me quickly do that. Note that you can modify this default subscription block and the layout as usual and add more blocks from the block library if needed. As for the email feed, please do not remove this system block, which ensures proper display of your emails, as it cannot be restored once deleted. If you have any trouble with connecting an email service or have any other questions related to creating emails using Email Campaign Builder, please check dedicated guides available in the Tilda Help Center. The links can be found in the description. Thanks for watching, and good luck with creating effective email campaigns and beautiful newsletters using Tilda. Bye!